What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Slate D Biggs for AnimeMCS. My Hero Academia chapter 273 was fast-paced, it was crazy. It's titled, The Thrill of Destruction. But nobody seems to be too thrilled in this chapter. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of the awesome anime and manga related content that we will be putting up. Also, the MCS Anime Podcast, where we cover just other shows that we watch, me and my brother Abyss. We just did an episode on Hunter x Hunter. If you really love Hunter x Hunter, prepare for it to be criticized a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Not really, though. So let's get into this chapter. Freaking Deku sent a shockwave towards the decay, and it did nothing. He realizes it's Shigaraki's power after he recalls the little scene that they had together in the mall, which was a very, very tense moment. Everyone realizes they should probably be getting the hell up out of there as fast as possible. And Deku shows very, very impressive use of his Black Whip power. He's pulling a whole freaking bus behind him with a bunch of people holding on to the Black Whip too. I've never seen him use it to that extent except for when it was unleashed from the bowels of his fucking quirk. It was just like rampaging, going crazy. That was like the full potential of Black Whip, I believe. And nobody knows what's going on at the hospital. Nobody's responding. I wonder why. They all got bodied. So, we go over to Shigaraki, who is standing atop just like a solitary piece of land around a ton of decay. And this motherfucker, you know how he said he was cold last chapter? This piece of shit decayed. He completely killed X-Less. Somehow he completely decayed his body, but not his cape. This motherfucker took X-Less's cape. Unforgivable.
Not gonna lie, he looks pretty clean though.
So that machine that X-Less was going to destroy, that he found whirring back behind all of those other tubes, that machine was holding some of the most powerful quirks that they got together. I'm pretty sure, because Shigaraki remarks that Overhaul would be so disappointed. Because, I mean, they took his quirk, and now it's useless. Nobody's going to use it. Which, thank God. Because could you imagine Shigaraki with his freaking decay power and Overhaul's power? Too much, bro. People been calling Deku Quirk Jesus, but that would far overpower, I think, anything Deku can do. Already, Shigaraki seems far above Deku. He's untouchable at this point. Also, Shigaraki can choose when to decay stuff now, which is pretty good. I mean, he can hold a phone with all of his fingers now and call up his buddies. A frickin' cell phone survived this. Okay. But he rings up his buddy Makia. Hey, Giganto Makia. To me! Bring the others! With his shitty little smirk. This shitty little piece of shit smirk right here. While he's calling up Gigantomachia, we get a quick flurry of everything going on at the battlefield. At the villa, which is apparently just 80 kilometers away from where Jaku Hospital was. So if everyone hops up onto Gigantomachia, they're gonna be there in no time. And, you know, Shigaraki calls them and he's like, come on, it's time to destroy everything. I think you already destroyed everything. Tokoyami, holding Hawks, flies past Fat Gum. Fat Gum's like, bro, take him to the medics in the rear guard. Mount Lady is still trying to fight off the ice climber. Toga has turned into the hero that was confronting them whenever Twice passed away. He, twice stabbed him in the back of the neck, if I remember correctly. So Toga's copying him, kills a bunch of heroes. She's rampaging in ode to her boy Twice. Dabi and Compress are just talking. And then Toga shares a crazy mindset. Very insane. So I don't know what she expected from, when she was a kid, but she's got a really childish ideal. I want a world where I can live nice and easy. A world with just the things I love. But you heroes mess everything up. No, I think it's just life messing it up, honey. That's fucking life. a majority of it is stress, it's suffering, it's persevering through the things that suck. And you have to learn how to deal with things that you care about being stripped away from you. That's just life, honey. You need to get your shit together. A therapist probably would have helped you a lot more than running away from your house and, like, doing the shit that you're doing. Far be it from me to give her any advice, though, you know. Gigantomachia's fat-ass hand is shooting up out of the ground. That's the last thing we see on that front, because then it goes over to Endeavor approaching Shigaraki. He's approaching him very quickly. Number 1, you're one hell of a wake-up call. So, let's see what Endeavor can do against Shigaraki. I don't know what other kind of quirks that Shigaraki has, but his decay has to spread to other things by being connected through touch directly, as far as we know. What's that going to do against fire? If Shigaraki's going to fend off Endeavor at all, he's going to have to pull out some of these other new quirks. And if Endeavor starts scrapping it out with Shigaraki, it's going to give someone like Deku time to get there, which I think needs to happen for the story's sake. I know the Fire Blast will be stronger the closer Endeavor gets, but he seems to be getting pretty close to Shigaraki for someone that can shoot long-range fire attacks. I don't know why he has to get that close. I guess we'll see how this is going to turn out next chapter, but I thought this chapter was very good. Keep on keeping on. Stay awesome. Don't be like Toga, because she's whack, and I'll see you for the next chapter review next week. Peace out.